My Father's Shadow is structured around a deceptively simple premise. Two boys spend a day with their father, but the film reveals itself to be something far stranger, a story in which inheritance is transmitted across a single suspended day in which grief, memory, and political violence collapse into one another. Its true subject is legacy, why fathers leave, what nations leave, and what children are forced to carry. The film begins with a visage of interconnected leaves, followed by a montage of what can be considered a bit to recollect. A collection of memories, both of matters of the state and tender moments between family. The macro and the micro. A child's splayed palms interrupt the variant of frames, almost affirming the bid to reclaim something lost. This establishes the central formal parallel. The personal loss of a father and the political failures of the state are inseparable inheritances. The sequence is followed by a period combined with visions of ecology. The first significant image is a tree, paired with birdsong and airy non-diegetic chanting. The tree serves as the earliest symbol of legacy, rooted, ancient, and extending beyond a single lifetime. Before the father appears, the film tells us through this image that everything we are about to witness concerns lineage, what remains standing after people are gone. The next image of note is that of a worn-out vehicle. While a subject of mechanical decay, its visage persists through time, a stark contrast to the vibrancy of the tree, and a natural death. The boys appear in black, visually suggesting mourning, but the film withholds direct explanation. Instead, it lets nature and ritual speak. The eldest son prays that he may see his father before turning to the earth, and before the God of his mother. That sequence matters. The father precedes institutional religion. He is the first sacred figure. A dead carcass is disturbed with a stick. Ants carry remains. The physicality of death is explored like a child experimenting with the possibility that death may still respond if prompted. It resembles play, but emotionally it is invocation. When he says he will see his father in his dreams, the film presents it as a literal ritual. Another notable frame is that of a hen watching over her young. This foreshadows the symbol their mother comes to embody. With a sense of foreboding, viewers are presented with images that convey something approaching. In time, we receive confirmation from the brothers themselves. They share an elated look that carries recognition, begging the question, is he here? The younger enters first, but the elder's prayer is what made the moment possible. So in time, he leads the way, taking charge of the situation. Their father, Falah, appears wearing a somewhat earthly towel. He feels inseparable from the landscape, as though he has risen from the same ground the tree roots inhabit. The film frames him not as a man arriving home, but as a memory made flesh. The eldest's interruption when the younger nearly mentions what their mother is preparing for becomes one of the film's key revelations. This implies that the older brother understands somehow, however subconsciously, that naming death aloud may undo the ritual. He protects the illusion. The eldest son becomes the guardian of the father's temporary return. Following the promise of their departure, the central conflict between the brothers is made clear, albeit questionably so, as their dedication to their mutual welfare is present, but questionable. The bridge to Lagos is one of the clearest symbols in the film. It marks the transition between village and city, childhood and awareness, life and death, memory and acceptance. As the truck crosses, the music swells. The children move from the organic world of trees, birds, and earth into the concrete labyrinth of the city. Lagos is framed as a haunted place where the living and the dead coexist. People are constantly shown in stasis, sitting, waiting, lingering. In film language, stillness often carries death. The city appears alive, yet frozen in time. That duality makes Lagos itself a liminal realm. The mother's repeated distant appearances reveals her as more than an absent caretaker, much like the hen from the opening. When the eldest sees her watching from the balcony, she appears elevated, still and observant. She becomes almost divine, not interfering but permitting. The phrase "mother is gold" becomes symbolic. She has continuity itself. the stabilizing force allowing the impossible to unfold. Even while the father occupies the center of the boys' emotional longing, their mother governs the reality that makes the reunion possible, functioning as a symbol of divine safety. Her stillness contrasts with the city's chaos. She becomes the emotional axis of the film. The city reveals that private grief exists within systemic decay. Passengers on the bus speak collectively about government deceit. The complaint becomes a recurring social course. The bus driver's failure to fuel the vehicle introduces dysfunction at the most ordinary level. Institutions fail even at simple tasks, stranding citizens. The state's collapse begins with inconvenience before escalating into violence. The newspaper reporting the Bonnie Camp killings introduces the first textual clue of atrocity. Puppeteer with the boombox becomes a visual political allegory. His puppets struggle in his grip as he forces them to dance. The ruling class orchestrates suffering while remaining detached from it, much like a puppeteer. He controls rhythm itself, turning struggle into spectacle. Fallout's stated purpose in this city is to collect unpaid wages. He reaches his workplace, which should conclude the errand, but encounters only delay. The supervisor speaks to economic hardship even within private enterprise, expanding the film's critique. The labyrinth continues. Every destination opens into another obstacle. Lagos denies closure. Yet Fallout chooses joy in the midst of this. He turns delay into a day of memory with his sons. Fallout's exchange with his friend Corridor earlier in the film gains further thematic significance when the youngest of the sons, as hinted at the start of the film, delivers on his promise to buy ice cream while excluding his brother. Corridor is not blood, yet Fallout responds to his hardship and calls him brother. Later, noting this distinction or divide between the brothers as the younger attempts to purchase the ice cream, denying his brother his share. This contrast between the four characters is deliberate. The boys have not yet learned the ethics their father embodies. Brotherhood is chosen care. Fallout's day with them becomes an orientation. The old man in the amusement park changes the emotional center of the film. He speaks of his late wife, then asks Fallout to deliver a message to her, hinting at the fact that he understands what Fallout is, the specter. After this, Fallout takes a reflective beat. The film cuts into visions of his death, military violence, darkness, and blood running from his nose. Then the blood reverses. This reverse motion is crucial. It visually restores him, but only as a memory. It confirms his existence as temporary and contingent. The image of him and his children riding a carousel follows. Its function is twofold. The first, a metaphorical representation of the unraveling of Fallout's internal state when met with the truth. The second, the interplay of the duality of grief, the joy and equally the misery it holds. Though the old man's words have undone the illusion for Fallout, he now knows what the boys already feared. He is dead, and still he chooses to remain present. The beach becomes the culmination of paternal inheritances. Beaches often symbolize the surreal, the meeting point of incompatible worlds, land and sea, known and unknown, life and dissolution. The scene contains multiple symbols of death and faith. A wrecked ship, a reference to mechanical death, worshippers by the sea. Here Fallout tells the eldest about his brother, the man the boy was named after. In this instance, names become a tool of legacy. Identity itself becomes inheritance. The boy does not merely carry his father's brother's name, but a lineage older than his father. In time, chaos erupts when a whale beaches the shore, and the crowd runs to it frantically in a bid to feed themselves. The younger is in danger of being trampled upon, but Fallout and his eldest move simultaneously to protect him. That single moment confirms the transformation. The eldest has inherited the father's role. Without words, the succession occurs. The military's visual progression is one of the film's most elegant motifs. At first they hover in the background, observing like birds of prey. But as the film progresses, their posture changes, their proximity increases, their body language hardens. Eventually, a soldier appears armed. The threat is no longer ambient, it becomes direct. This mirrors the birds. Their cries intensify as Fallout's reality closes in. After the beach, Fallout returns to work, only to be delayed again. He is told to pass the time at a bar he frequents. Their friends recount his exploits to the children. The story constructs a man larger than life, yet this is also where his infidelity emerges subtly. The film refuses to sanctify him. He is human, flawed, loved, and mourned. That complexity strengthens the tragedy. He is neither hero nor ghostly saint. He is a father, remembered imperfectly. Civil unrest escalates. Fallout gives up on collecting his wages. The mother appears again, calm amidst disorder. Her stillness confirms her role, guardian, force, constant witness. As the military's presence closes in, hers does too. Then the confrontation arrives. The soldier says he was at the Bonnie Camp killings. He saw Fallout die. There is no ambiguity left. Fallout is not supposed to be here. The birds swell louder. The film returns to the morning. The elder prepares while the younger bathes nearby. The ritual has ended. Their father is gone. And as promised by the ants carrying remains in the opening, Fallout is carried in a funeral procession toward burial. The visual rhyme completes the film structure. The ants carry death in miniature. The community now carries the father in full. The tree remains, legacy remains, the children remain. The father's body is buried, but his shadow and memory and names and habits and the eldest stepping toward guardianship persists. That is the film's final truth. A father dies, a nation fails. A child inherits both.